Before you take your next sip of coffee, before you check your wallet, or empty that old coin jar, stop. Because one forgotten penny could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Welcome to Legacy Coins USA, the home of America's rarest, oldest, and most valuable coins. Every video reveals hidden treasures, legendary mint errors, incredible coin history, and the truth behind the coins collectors dream of finding. Your next life-changing discovery could already be in your pocket. So stay with us until the very end, because the next coin we reveal might be the one that changes your fortune forever. Let's start now. The 1944 Lincoln Wheat Penny is one of the most fascinating coins ever produced by the United States during World War II. Minted at the San Francisco Mint, this coin carries the familiar inscriptions Liberty, In God We Trust, E Pluribus Unum, and 1 cent, surrounding Abraham Lincoln's portrait and the iconic wheat ears on the reverse. Millions of these pennies were struck to meet the nation's growing demand for circulating coinage while America was deeply involved in the war. Although the majority of 1944 wheat pennies remain common and are worth only modest amounts today, a handful of extraordinary examples with rare minting mistakes or unusual metal compositions have become legendary among collectors. Their incredible stories have transformed an ordinary 1-cent coin into a symbol of hidden treasure that continues to capture the imagination of collectors around the world. What makes the 1944 wheat penny truly exciting is that not every coin is identical. During the transition from the steel cents of 1943 back to bronze pennies in 1944, a very small number of mistakes occurred inside the mint. Some leftover steel planchets from the previous year are believed to have accidentally been struck with 1944 dies, creating one of the rarest Lincoln cents ever discovered. These accidental creations are considered some of the greatest mint errors in American coin history because they combine two different years' production in an unexpected way. When authenticated by professional grading services, these rare error coins can command astonishing prices at major auctions because of their extreme rarity and historical importance. Condition is another factor that dramatically affects the value of a 1944 wheat penny. Most examples spent decades in everyday circulation, collecting scratches, stains, worn edges, and faded details. However, coins that escaped circulation and remained in brilliant mint condition display sharp lettering, crisp wheat ears, original reddish luster, and almost flawless surfaces. These premium quality coins are highly sought after because they represent the coin exactly as it appeared when it left the mint in 1944. Even though millions were produced, only a tiny percentage survived in exceptional condition, making top-grade specimens significantly more valuable than ordinary circulated examples. Collectors also search carefully for unusual minting errors beyond the famous steel variety. Doubled lettering, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, lamination errors, repunched mint marks, and dramatic strike imperfections all add uniqueness to individual coins. Every genuine error tells the story of a brief mechanical mistake during the minting process, creating a coin unlike thousands of others. Because each error is different, collectors often compete aggressively for impressive examples that display obvious and visually striking characteristics. These minting accidents remind us that even the most carefully controlled manufacturing process can occasionally produce remarkable surprises. The historical background of the 1944 wheat penny adds another layer of fascination. America was still fighting in World War II, and nearly every industry was supporting the war effort. Copper had become an important strategic material, leading to major changes in coin production during the early 1940s. After the famous steel cents of 1943, bronze pennies returned in 1944 using recycled wartime materials. Every 1944 wheat penny therefore represents an important chapter in American history, reflecting a period when the nation balanced everyday life with the enormous demands of global conflict. For many collectors, owning one is like holding a small piece of wartime history in the palm of their hand. Stories claiming that every 1944 wheat penny is worth millions are greatly exaggerated, but there is a fascinating truth behind the excitement. The overwhelming majority of these pennies are common collectibles with modest values depending on their condition. Only exceptionally rare varieties, authenticated mint errors, or nearly perfect specimens have the potential to sell for remarkable amounts. This is why experienced collectors never judge a coin solely by its date. Instead, they carefully examine the metal composition, mint mark, strike quality, surface preservation, and any unusual characteristics before estimating its true collectible value. If you discover a 1944 S Lincoln Wheat penny, the smartest approach is to preserve it carefully until its authenticity and condition can be professionally evaluated. Avoid polishing or cleaning the coin, because doing so can permanently damage its original surfaces and significantly reduce its collector appeal. Instead, handle it gently by the edges and store it in a protective holder. A professional examination can determine whether it is a normal circulation coin, a premium uncirculated specimen, or an exceptionally rare mint error. Accurate identification is essential because small differences can separate an ordinary collectible from a truly extraordinary rarity. The enduring popularity of the 1944 S Lincoln Wheat penny proves that remarkable discoveries can still be hiding in old collections, forgotten drawers, inherited boxes, and vintage coin albums. Its connection to Abraham Lincoln, World War II, and the rich history of American coinage has secured its place among the most beloved coins ever produced. While most examples are affordable collectibles, the dream of uncovering an authentic rare error continues to inspire collectors everywhere. That possibility, however small, keeps the excitement alive and reminds us that sometimes history, rarity, and a little bit of luck can come together in a single 1-cent coin. Next up, imagine finding a single 1939 S Lincoln Wheat penny tucked away in an old jar, family collection, or forgotten drawer, only to discover that it could be one of the most fascinating coins in American numismatic history. Struck at the San Francisco Mint and identified by the small S mint mark beneath the date, this classic 1-cent coin proudly displays Abraham Lincoln on the front with the inscriptions, "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." On the reverse, the familiar wheat ears surround the words 1 cent, United States of America, and E pluribus unum. Although millions of these pennies entered everyday circulation, the passage of time has transformed the finest surviving examples into highly collectible pieces that continue to attract the attention of coin enthusiasts across the world. The story of the 1939 S Wheat penny is about much more than its age. It was produced during a period when the United States was emerging from the Great Depression, just before the dramatic events of World War II reshaped the world. Every coin from this era carries a connection to ordinary Americans who used it to buy groceries, newspapers, or a ride on public transportation. Holding one today is like holding a small piece of living history. Each scratch, mark, and worn edge reflects decades of circulation, making every surviving coin a silent witness to an important chapter in American life. One reason collectors admire the 1939 S Lincoln Wheat penny is the challenge of finding examples with exceptional preservation. Most coins were heavily used for years, leaving them with worn details and faded surfaces. However, a small number escaped circulation and retained their original sharp strike, bright luster, and crisp lettering. These high-grade examples are significantly more desirable because they reveal the coin exactly as it appeared when it left the San Francisco Mint. Collectors are often willing to pay substantial premiums for coins with outstanding eye appeal and minimal signs of wear, especially when the original reddish copper color remains beautifully intact. The excitement surrounding this penny grows even stronger when mint errors enter the picture. Although the standard 1939 S Wheat penny is a well-known collectible, rare minting mistakes can make certain examples much more desirable. Collectors carefully search for doubled lettering, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, lamination flaws, and other unusual production errors that occurred during the minting process. These mistakes create unique coins that stand apart from ordinary circulation pieces. Because every genuine error is different, they are often treasured as one-of-a-kind reminders that even the most carefully operated mint can occasionally produce remarkable surprises. Over the years, stories have spread claiming that old Lincoln Wheat pennies are automatically worth millions of dollars. While these stories capture people's imagination, the reality is more selective. Most 1939s wheat pennies are collectible because of their history rather than extraordinary value. The coins that command the highest prices are typically those with exceptional preservation, significant mint errors, or other rare characteristics confirmed by professional authentication. This is why experienced collectors study every detail of a coin before estimating its value, understanding that rarity is created by far more than simply the date on the front. Anyone fortunate enough to discover a 1939s wheat penny should resist the temptation to clean or polish it. Cleaning removes the original surface that collectors value most and can permanently reduce its desirability. Instead, the coin should be handled carefully by its edges and stored in a protective holder to preserve its condition. A professional examination can determine its grade, confirm whether it contains any unusual minting characteristics, and establish its collectible significance. Sometimes even small details that appear insignificant to an inexperienced eye can make an important difference to knowledgeable numismatists. The lasting popularity of the 1939s Lincoln wheat penny comes from its unique combination of history, artistry, and collecting appeal. Abraham Lincoln remains one of America's most respected presidents, and his portrait has become one of the most recognizable images ever placed on United States coinage. Combined with the classic wheat ear design, this penny represents an era that many collectors consider the golden age of American 1-cent coins. As older collections are rediscovered and new generations enter the hobby, interest in these historic pennies continues to grow, keeping their legacy alive for years to come. The true treasure of the 1939s Lincoln wheat penny lies not only in its possible collector value, but also in the remarkable story it carries through time. Every surviving coin has traveled a different journey across decades of American history before finding its way into a modern collection. While only the rarest examples achieve extraordinary auction prices, every genuine 1939s wheat penny serves as a tangible reminder that history can survive in the smallest everyday objects. For collectors, the excitement is not simply about money. It is about preserving a piece of the past, appreciating fine craftsmanship, and embracing the thrill that the next remarkable discovery may still be waiting to be found. Next up, the 1937s Lincoln wheat penny is one of those remarkable American coins that proves even a humble 1-cent piece can become a treasured collectible. Minted at the San Francisco Mint, this historic penny features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse with the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," while the reverse proudly displays 2 wheat ears surrounding the words 1 cent, United States of America, and De Pluribus Unum. At first glance, it appears to be an ordinary coin that once passed through countless hands, but for collectors, it represents an important chapter in the long history of United States coinage. Decades after it was struck, the 1937s wheat penny continues to attract attention because of its history, collectible appeal, and the possibility of finding exceptional examples that stand out from the millions originally produced. When this penny was released, America was still recovering from the challenges of the Great Depression. Every coin produced during that era became part of everyday life, helping people purchase food, pay for transportation, or complete small business transactions. No one imagined that generations later these same pennies would become historical artifacts, admired by collectors around the world. Each surviving 1937s wheat penny carries the marks of its journey through history, serving as a reminder of the resilience of ordinary Americans during one of the nation's most significant economic periods. That historical connection gives the coin a lasting importance far beyond its face value. Although millions of 1937s Lincoln wheat pennies were struck, only a relatively small number have survived in exceptional condition. Most examples spent decades in circulation, gradually losing their sharp details through everyday use. Collectors place tremendous value on coins that still display crisp lettering, strong wheat lines, original mint luster, and the bright reddish copper color seen when they first left the mint. These beautifully preserved coins are admired because they provide a glimpse of the craftsmanship and precision that went into producing every Lincoln cent during the late 1930s. Superior preservation often separates an ordinary collectible from one that commands much greater interest. Another fascinating aspect of the 1937 wheat penny is the possibility of minting errors. While most coins were produced exactly as intended, a small number left the mint with unusual characteristics created during the manufacturing process. Off-center strikes, die cracks, lamination flaws, clipped planchets, double details, and other genuine mint errors make certain coins especially desirable. These accidental varieties are not simply imperfections. They are historical records of the minting process itself. Because no two dramatic errors are exactly alike, collectors often search through old collections hoping to discover a coin with an unusual feature that makes it truly distinctive. Many exciting stories circulate about rare Lincoln wheat pennies selling for astonishing sums, and those stories have inspired countless people to examine their spare change and inherited collections. While extraordinary auction prices do exist for certain genuinely rare coins, it is important to understand that not every 19s wheat penny is worth a fortune. The coins that achieve exceptional values are typically those with remarkable preservation, important mint errors, or extremely unusual characteristics verified by respected grading experts. The date alone does not determine rarity. The combination of condition, originality, and uniqueness is what truly matters. One of the greatest mistakes a new collector can make is cleaning an old copper coin. A polished penny may appear brighter, but experienced collectors value originality far more than artificial shine. Cleaning can permanently alter the coin's surface, remove natural toning, and reduce both its historical character and collector appeal. The safest approach is to leave the coin exactly as it was found, handling it only by the edges and storing it in a protective holder. Preserving its untouched condition allows future collectors and experts to appreciate the coin exactly as it has survived through the decades. The artistry of the Lincoln wheat penny is another reason it has remained one of America's most beloved coin designs. Victor David Brenner's portrait of Abraham Lincoln introduced a new era of realistic coin design when it first appeared in 1909. The elegant wheat ears on the reverse symbolize prosperity, growth, and the nation's agricultural heritage. Together, these classic designs created a coin that became instantly recognizable across the United States. Even after the wheat penny design was replaced, collectors continued to admire its timeless appearance, ensuring that coins like the 1937s remained popular for generations. Finding a 1937s wheat penny today is like opening a small window into America's past. Whether discovered in an old coin album, inherited from a family member, or found in a forgotten collection, every example has its own unique journey. Some traveled across the country through thousands of transactions, while others were carefully stored away shortly after they were minted. This sense of mystery adds excitement to every discovery, because no one knows the complete story behind an individual coin. That combination of history and curiosity keeps collectors searching year after year. The excitement surrounding older Lincoln cents has encouraged many people to begin learning about coin collecting, not simply for financial reasons, but because every coin tells a story. Studying mint marks, strike quality, preservation, and production techniques reveals the remarkable skill involved in creating even the smallest denomination of American currency. For many enthusiasts, the true reward comes from understanding the history behind each coin, rather than simply focusing on its potential value. Every 1937s wheat penny represents a connection between craftsmanship, history, and the everyday lives of the people who once carried it. The 1937s Lincoln wheat penny remains a lasting symbol of American history, careful craftsmanship, and the excitement of numismatic discovery. While only a select few examples with exceptional quality or significant mint errors become truly extraordinary collectibles, every genuine coin preserves a piece of the past that can still be appreciated today. Its journey from the presses of the San Francisco Mint to modern collections demonstrates how an ordinary 1-cent coin can become a cherished historical artifact. Whether admired for its design, its connection to Abraham Lincoln, or the possibility of uncovering a rare variety, the 1937s wheat penny continues to inspire collectors with the enduring idea that history sometimes survives in the smallest and most unexpected treasures. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to my channel.